Hello, my friends. Oh, I love that song. It is a deep soul song. So, if you are watching the recording, please go and listen to this song first. I Am by The Heels, and it is on Spotify. The most beautiful soul centering song that I know. And I really wanted to play that. I know some of you've heard me play it before. I wanted to play it because that is what the portal within is all about. It's about being in that beautiful soul essence within us and coming back, returning to that. So, first of all, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. I know I had a lot of people join and a lot of people saying they can't be here. They're going to listen to the replay, but thank you for being here. I have a special gift for you guys that are here and anyone that watches this in the first 24 hours, and I'll tell you that later. But I just want to welcome you in on this beautiful, beautiful new moon today. And when I set this up, when I finally sat down with my calendar and went, okay, where am I going to fit all this in? Because it's been a busy month and we have our retreat at the end of this month, starting on the 27th. I'm like, how am I going to do this? And I'm like, okay, here, right here. We're going to start here. Ah, we're going to start here on the 12th. And then I realized later, in fact, it was just like 2 days ago, I realized that, um, oh, yes, it's the new moon. And oh my gosh, this is the beginning of an eclipse. And so I want to share with you, first of all, what that means. And I should first say, welcome, and introduce myself because I know we had quite a few ladies coming in from my Connection Living Brave Live conference that I'm going to in September. And a lot of these ladies came in and said, okay, I'll join, I'm joining, and they can't be here. But I'm super, super excited to meet with them in September down in Denver for the Living Brave conference. And that is a women's empowerment conference that I'm going to with Shoshana Raven. Amanda Francis is going to be there. I am so excited about this. These are mentors of mine. Amanda Francis, I started following her and learning from her back in 2018 when she was first starting. And so from her, then I found Melanie Ann Layer and I learned with Melanie for I was still just in one of her programs this past month. And then also Shoshana then came out of that group. And I'm so super excited to be down there and meeting these beautiful women. So, welcome. My name is Janice. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the founder of Soulfully Aligned Women. I'm an artist, an author, and creative, mystic, women's spiritual mentor. And that's what Soulfully Aligned Women is about. It is about a place that you can come and land softly and rise powerfully. We follow the Soulfully Aligned Prosperity Method, which is a four-step method that walks you back into your soul, into the presence and awareness that you are more than this human experience, or just remembering that, because many of the women that come in, they already know this, but they are like, I just want to keep being there. I want to rise from there. I want to bring my soul into whatever gifts I'm bringing to the world. And our focus is on prosperity through joy. Prosperity through joy. And joy is what we are made of. So it automatically rises up to the surface when we start to remove some of the layers of fears, of doubts, of, I don't know if this is for me, like strengthening our belief, coming back into our center. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit today because this is about returning to yourself in a season of uncertainty. First of all, the new moon. So let's start there. eclipses, new moons are for planting seeds, and eclipses are about lighting up your nodes of fate. So, our nodes of fate, for those that aren't familiar with astrology, in our astrology chart, there is a south node and a north node somewhere on your chart. And it's this little um symbol that either the south node looks like a little cup with little swirls. It could look different depending on which chart you download. You can download your own astrology chart for free anywhere. I am not a trained astrologist. I simply follow astrology and learn as I go. And the north node is that little symbol in reverse. So the south node is kind of what you know, what you're familiar with, what you came here with, the knowledge perhaps from past lives, from past experiences. The north node, directly opposite it on your chart, like directly opposite, could be anywhere in that line, is where your soul wants you to go, excuse me, in this lifetime. And so they call that your destiny line, right? It's your destiny line. So you begin kind of, you come in at the south node and then you journey that line into the north node. And sometimes we stray off and we forget and we come back to it. And, where life pulls us back into that direction. But when we are in alignment with that destiny line, that is when we are experiencing joy and bliss and our most soul aligned path expansion. So, in an eclipse, it's asking you what is being eclipsed out of your life. You need to release something, whatever that is for you, to step into your next level self. So between the 12th, August 12th, and the 27th, which is the next eclipse, you are in the depths of this. This is a time to be doing soul aligned things. This is the time between the 12th and the 27th to be doing soul-centered things because that next eclipse is going to be a powerful one. And I love this because I'm like, I didn't even realize this until yesterday. And we are starting today, the 12th, and I do have something to offer you if you want to join for after that will go until the 26th. And so he's like, oh, how perfect. We are going to be in our soul, coming into alignment, listening to the messages of our soul, our higher wisdom, so that we can be planting new seeds. So the question is, do the seeds that you have planted in the past, in past new moon cycles, and past years, still hold true today in this present moment? Because our dreams can evolve. They do evolve. They should evolve. We change and grow. We are a continual evolution of growth. And so our dreams evolve with us. So the question is like, what did you plant that came to you that maybe now isn't resonating as much? For example, many, many years ago, I put on my dream mandala, which is my beautiful, it's like a vision board, but it's a mandala, and we create these powerful, powerful, powerful things. I've been doing it for almost 30 years, but I put on there that I desired to become a teacher in this grade 7 classroom in this particular school in my town. And that manifested for me. And I desired to retire from that school. I didn't want to go anywhere else. That's where I wanted to be. And I manifested that. And so when it came to a point where I realized that that dream was no longer fitting for me, I wasn't quite at retirement age yet, but this dream had grown. It had expanded into more than that classroom. Took me a long time to get to the point where I said, okay, I need to let this go. because it had been on my dream mandala. I was clinging to it. I was like, I'm so grateful. I manifested this. I'm so grateful. But it was no longer in resonance with me. It was time for me to move and to expand Soulfully Aligned Women and to teach online to a bigger to a bigger audience and to women instead of grade seven. Middle school, grade seven and eight kids. Yes, they can wear you down. They're so precious. They're so fun. And yet I knew that my time there had ended. So it took me a long time, but it got really, really uncomfortable until I finally made the leap. And then everything expanded and opened up. So this is what eclipse is asking you. What seeds have you planted? What dreams manifested for you? Where are you? And maybe even dreams that haven't manifested yet that are shifting for you, that are changing, that are saying, you know what, this just doesn't feel like it's the right place anymore. Because now is the time between the 12th and the 27th to allow this to shift, to allow yourself to consciously say, I'm releasing this. I am opening up to something new and something that holds more life force energy for me. Because on the 27th, what might happen is something a little more less comfortable for you. So, have you ever heard of the goddess Kali, where she comes in and she's like, okay, I'm going to do what's best for you here because you're afraid to do it. So, I'm going to just clear the slate for you so you can start over. And she'll come in and like instead of you saying, I think I'm going to voluntarily leave this job, she'll come in and you get fired, or it just something happens, right? So, right now, we have a window of going into that consciousness and asking ourselves. Here's something that one of the astrologists said that I really, really loved. She said, what can move through the fire of presence right now? What can move through the fire of presence? What can move through the fire of your soul and come out on the other side? What in your life would you say is this is soul sucking? To put it bluntly, this is sucking out my life force energy. I can't do this anymore. This needs to go. And so I would say today, at some point after this masterclass, start to write down what no longer is holding life for me. What no longer like lights me up, holds that life force energy, is alive, alive with life force energy. Like what is instead of being alive and me moving towards it and excited is pulling me down, weighing me down, tethering me to this 3D world, right? So this is what you want to be contemplating and being consciously aware of. It's not like you have to make any moves that are scary or you're not ready for. Absolutely not. This is just an opportunity for you to become more conscious, to become more aware, and to start to say, you know what? Maybe, maybe I'm open to something different. And a lot of people go, well, yeah, I am. I hate this job, but like I can't find anything else that pays me this much or that, gives me these holidays. I've earned all these holidays. I have this retirement fund. Like, stop and just be open to possibilities, possibilities of more. All you need to do is step into that awareness of like, hey, yeah, the truth is, this job, this career is not lighting me up anymore. Huh. I wonder what else could be there. And be open to the information that may come through for you. This is also the opportune times. And I'm not just saying this because I offer it. This is coming from another astrologist. The opportune time to get into spaces that help you hear your soul, that help you connect to that soul. So you're in the right place at the right time. Congratulations for being here. And for those of you coming to the TV tonight, this is what we're going to do. I know there's a couple here that are coming, and this is what we're going to do. So you're going to hear this all again, this speech about the new moon and the eclipses. But yeah, so what's ready to get eclipsed out of your life? And also, what's ready to get eclipsed into your life? What are you ready for more of? Okay, so honor this. Be fully conscious of it. Aligned, love-filled, grace. Be in your soul. The desires of your heart are, what you want to experience, what your soul wants to experience during this lifetime. We have this powerful essence within us, and this is the foundation of Soulfully Aligned Women and what I do. We have this incredible, powerful essence within us, this consciousness, this pure, divine consciousness of love and grace and beauty and abundance. And it is all within us. It is what we are made of at our core. And we have this life force within us. It is the same life force that is in everything around us, all the different iterations of this life force energy around us in blades of grass, in trees, in your pets, in different people, the variety, diversity of humanity in everything, the stones, the crystals, the everything that we make, it is everywhere. But as humans, we have this consciousness within us that allows us to continue to expand, to grow in this journey of our soul is here. This is what people are recognizing right now. And this is what this masterclass is about, because our intention today is not to solve uncertainty. We can't solve uncertainty. It is there. But no matter what is going on in our lives, we can create a different relationship to uncertainty. We can come back into knowing that truth within us, come into a new relationship with uncertainty, to not abandon ourselves, which is what we tend to do. So I want to talk about why I'm having this conversation. Why is this conversation about returning to yourself in a season of uncertainty so important right now? Life can change on a dime. We know this. It can disrupt your plans and bring us into chapters of our life that we did not expect. And that is what has happened to me in my personal life. So Soulfully Aligned Women feeds me. It is my passion, second to my family. I am a mom. I have three grown adult children. I have inherited an extra son and an extra daughter, which are my bonuses. And I have four beautiful grandchildren. I have my husband. We've been married. We'll be celebrating our 44th anniversary here this month. Love of my life, like soulmate. And we have truly grown up together and created this life together. So grateful. But Soulfully Aligned Women is my passion. These conversations about soul, about rising up, about becoming more, becoming the best possible version of ourselves in this lifetime and bringing our gifts to the world. This is what lights me up and I'm super passionate about. Um, And just well, I guess last summer it started, but it's become more heavy over the last little while. My husband had found out he has melanoma, nodular melanoma, and the cancer has spread down into his tissues and different areas of his body. And so, at first it was like, okay, okay, we got this. We're gonna deal with this. He had some surgery to remove some of the cancer, and um, it all was like, okay, we're gonna keep proceeding down this health journey. And then it started to get more and more uncertain because then he had to have a second surgery. And then we were told that that's not, there's still cancer cells around the tissue that they removed. And so then they put him on, he was on immunotherapy. And they said the immunotherapy is not working. Now we need to try something stronger. So they put him on some more medications, and these medications are um, making life very much a struggle for him. And so as a family, we're circling up, we're taking care of him. But what I found for me in this journey was my light slowly started to dim. And a couple weeks ago, I was able to take some time and spend with some friends at a spa, which I really, really, really needed because I was getting really tired too. Um, and I realized that I felt empty. I felt so empty. The future was unclear. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. And for the first time since I started Soulfully Aligned Women, thank you, Fiona. I was like full of, what do I do? Like, how do I hold Soulfully Aligned Women and all this passion and these dreams while walking this path? And I know that I am not alone. There are so many women around me that are like holding their parents, navigating the end of their lives while they are trying to continue to walk forward and hold their businesses together or whatever their passion is, or a loved one is going through a change, or they're going through a separation or a divorce, or, there's so many things that happen that make the future kind of get wiped out for us. And all of a sudden we're standing there going, I don't, I don't know what to dream anymore. I don't know where my dreams are going. My dreams were always including my husband. Your dreams have always been including your loved ones. And when we get to a point and we have this business, it's like, well, how do we hold this? And so I contemplated that. I went deep into that in my meditations and I went quiet and I really found that was kind of my I pulled away. I talked with the beautiful women in my portal space and in my creative mystic space. That lights me up. So when I land in there, it's like, yes, I feel good. But then after it's like, oh, I'm really tired now. Like I'm tired. I feel tired. I'm holding a lot on this plate. So I'm sharing this not for your sympathy or I'm sharing this to say, this is what I know a lot of us are going through. A lot of us are holding a lot on our plate. And life right now is doing this for so many. There's so much more going on. And there's a lot of women in business that are pulling away from social media, going, I just don't have the capacity for this anymore. Thank you. I I don't know how to hold this business together that I was so passionate about and be in these spaces. So I want you to know that what came through for me was um, that we don't have to dissolve our dreams because that is kind of what happens. We're like, I can't hold this anymore. So I'm going to set my business down for a while. I'm just going to set all these dreams down while I figure this out, this divorce, this separation, this whatever it is. And then I'll pick my dreams up after. And I want you to know that when you desire to follow your heart dreams. Despite what's going on around us, you become the calm in the storm. You become the centered, anchored, beautiful, ancient tree rooted into the earth. While chaos is going on around you in your life, you can do this. And you yourself will evolve into a better leader, a more conscious woman, a stronger version of you when we come back into our soul. So what came through was the realization that you can hold what is hard while choosing love and life and listening to your soul. And the next version of you is not created from external stimulation, but from your inner world. And that is beautiful power. That is authenticity. That is what magnetizes people to you. So, first, there's a couple layers to this whole program. And what I want to talk about first is what uncertainty pulls us into. And that is fear. Fear. You know, fear. And what is fear and how do we get rid of it? All the little fears that we have, what I've come to realize, are simply projections to keep us worrying about or feeling like we can control the big fear that no one wants to talk about. The big fear, well, first of all, we got fears like all over the place in our life. We got fears about, you know, not having enough money. And then we got fears about, well, if I have this money, how am I going to manage it? Oh, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to mismanagement. We got fears about not finding that one love in our life, and then when we have that, we get fears about losing it, or we get fears about letting go of that person we thought was the one love in our life because maybe I'll never find anyone else again. We got fears of being seen, and then fears of like, what if nobody sees me? What if I'm out here trying to do this business and no one sees me? So it's like these fears are everywhere. What I've come to realize that it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter. You're still going to have a fear there because these little fears are honestly projections of the big fear. And the big fear is that one ultimate fear of this beautiful life ending. That's it. That's the big fear. The big fear of this life ending or changing because we've lost someone close to us. The big fear of, well, if all of my loved ones will remain safe forever and I remain safe and healthy forever, then I don't have to worry about anything. It's not, oh, if I have all this money, then I'll be safe and secure. No, you won't, because another fear will come up because it's all these little fears that are actually around our big fear of everything ending. And of course, we have fears. Of course, we do, because we love our life. We love what we've created. We love our business. Of course, we have fears around losing it. That's part of being human. So, what I realized was I have to acknowledge those fears, that they're here, and they're not going to go away, but we can learn how to walk with the fears. We can learn how to take the spotlight off the fear and shrink them a little bit and know that they're going to walk with us. But I can differentiate. I can come back into life. And so, think about what is your biggest fear right now? What is it that you are holding that is like that biggest gut-wrenching fear? And I learned that long, long time ago. It's like, well, okay, what is the absolute worst case scenario that could happen? When it all comes down to the end, it's like, well, I could die. We are all going to die. That's going to happen. I could lose a loved one. That's a very real possibility. But are we going to focus on that? Or are we going to focus on the aliveness of life? See, fear, uncertainty can pull us into urgency, a feeling like, well, I have to solve this now. I have to get this done now. It can make us feel like we have to control everything. We try to plan. That's one of the things that we've laughed about in our household because, as my husband is navigating this, every single day is different. I said to him last night, because he's still dragging his butt to work because he loves his work and he doesn't want to give that up because he doesn't want to be like laying on the couch all day. So he's going to work and he comes home completely exhausted. And he came in and last night and I said, "Okay, so what new adventure did you experience today?" Because every single day is something new that he's like, "Okay, well, today I had these extreme chills or today I had these like hot sweats or today my joints were achy." Like every day there's been something different. So we've kind of gone, "Okay, what what was the adventure today?" And making, laughing about it a little bit. But what I found myself doing was trying to control it. Okay, well, if that's what's happening, like if you take your medication at this time, maybe you should take, Tylenol an hour later to so you don't get the fever and chill. You know, that's the mind. We try to control. We try to put it into, something that feels manageable, right? So think about where in your life are you trying to control the situation and where can you kind of let go? We try to do more to avoid the feelings. We keep busy. That I found when I went to the spa and I had a quiet day, it was like, oh my gosh, waves of emotions came up because I wasn't busy doing, right? Well, just keep busy to get through it. That's not always the answer. It can help. It absolutely does help, but with authentic honesty with yourself. Um, and then, of course, there's times that we want to disappear. Just, uh, you know, go shut the door and just paint. Oops, we have somebody in the waiting room. Shut the door and just paint and just ignore the world, right? Because I just want to be here in this space where I can control and where I can be alone and I don't have to deal with anything else. We isolate, right? And we put our dreams on hold. And we also disconnect. We leave the body and lose touch with our own desires, right? So what think about this and feel free to share in the chat so we know we're not alone here, but how do you respond? Like which response do you recognize most in yourself that you get into urgency, control, over functioning, like doing more? Okay, I'm going to do to keep busy, disappear or disconnect. And it may be a combination of all of that, or put that in your journal, right? Like where do you find yourself moving into? Because that whole just recognition is awareness and presence. They're not signs that there's something wrong with you. Absolutely not. They're ways we try to keep ourselves safe when life feels unknown. And that is the whole, like that, that big fear that I talked about, that fear of everything ending. That's what we try to ignore. And it's only in moments of life when life becomes overwhelming when we start to look at that and go, I don't want this relationship anymore because my life is short. I want to reclaim my life back. I don't want to, be navigating this health journey anymore. I want to get healthy. My life is precious. No longer are all these little things around me important. We come back to that. We know this. We know this truth. Our cells know our time here is limited. We know this deep in our soul, but we try to ignore it a lot of times instead of following that soul journey that is here for us. So I want you to know that, of course, you have fear because you love what you've created in your life, or you love your life, or you love yourself, or you love your loved ones. It's precious life. And so here's what I found as I'm navigating this, as I'm feeling for the love of my life who's fighting for his life and trying to navigate, like, well, oh my gosh, here I am in Soulfully Aligned Women talking about dreams and rising up and creating the life of your dreams. And how do I keep doing that? I come back to life. I come back to life. And I also recognize that it's a roller coaster. There are moments when I am in deep fear, and I acknowledge that. I support that. I allow the emotions to flow, but I come back to choosing life because we are here. He's right here beside me right now. He's here. I am not going to go future tripping when I can be present in this moment and I can be alive and look for life. So come back to life. Take the spotlight off fear. Come back to life. When I focus on aliveness and move towards that, everything shifts. This is even when life is good. If you're in a season in your life where like, okay, Janice, I don't know if this masterclass was for me. I'm doing good. Yay. Stay in the aliveness of life. Stay there. Follow those soul nudges, the soul moves. Soul moves is the theme of the month in the portal this month. The aliveness. So when we're in reciprocal relationship with this divine and the sacred, it's like an infinity symbol. I actually see it this way. I do it. I do it this way. Can't do it while I'm reflected in there. But it's this beautiful infinity symbol between you, your heart, the heart of the universe, the heart of Mother Earth, like this beautiful channel with this flowing energy. Refocus on what is thriving around you, even in the little moments of like, okay, I am feeling very overwhelmed right now. I don't know if I can do this. My heart is aching. What can I focus on that is alive in this moment, that is life in this moment? Is it the flowers in the garden? Is it just feeling the earth under my feet? Is it enjoying this cup of coffee and letting the tears flow? Because that it releases every time and I get stronger again for another leap forward, stronger again, right? Overfunctioning and disappearance are my avoidance mechanisms. I never want to be unkind, but in those moments, I'm learning that I am avoiding myself the most. And not living my own authentic self. Yes, that is it. Self-abandonment, right? We tend to abandon ourselves rather than honoring, which is like that life within you, right? Thank you, Melody. That life within you. So refocus on the life that is in you, that life force, that precious gift, that sacred essence within us that we have. And one thing I learned, and one of my coaches said to me, one of my coaches, because I have a couple, she said, okay, you're holding a lot on your plate. You don't have to put your dreams down. you're going to hold them differently right now. You're not going to be so focused on what's growing and expanding, but in this moment, what is one conversation that you would love to have in this moment for you? Think about that. If you've got a lot on your plate, acknowledge that. This is a lot. This is hard. We're not going into toxic positivity here. We're acknowledging that we are holding a lot and we still get to feel joy within us, even during these times, because that's who we are. In fact, the preciousness of life comes back even more during these times. But what is one small thing that lights you up? And when she said to me, what is one conversation that you would love to have? I said, this one, how we hold our dreams while life may be crumbling around us. How do we do that? And so that's where this came from, this beautiful, beautiful conversation that we are having. It came from that. When you are holding a lot in your life, stop trying to do it all. Recognize that you're going to hold your dreams a little bit differently. They don't have to be huge, big, oh, I got to do this, this, and this to keep the momentum going, but that you can pause and go, okay, what's one step today? One small thing that keeps me in that aliveness, that helps me remember that life is still here. You know, my pets, walking my dog has become like a meditation. I would always walk my dog and listen to an inspiring podcast or a teaching or somebody else's masterclass that I missed. And now I walk my dog and breathe and just feel so grateful for her. And it's okay. I'm not missing out on anything. I am becoming more present. And you can do the same. What is one small thing that you can hold for you? And the goal is not to force certainty because we know there is no certainty in life. Nothing is guaranteed. We think that tomorrow will come because that's what's been the pattern. But do you know we already have tomorrow figured out? Do you ever look at a dream and go, okay, so if I want this dream to come, I'm going to do it. I'm going to have it for 6 months away. We can't see it as tomorrow because we already have tomorrow created in our head. It's already created into what we think is the probability for tomorrow. And yet tomorrow hasn't been created. It's uncertain. So this goes two ways. We could actually manifest our dreams tomorrow. Miracles happen every day. But we have this thing with time, this entanglement with time. Well, it can't happen tomorrow, but it might happen in a month or 2 or 6 months. I can believe that, but not tomorrow. So that's something really cool to play with, right? How we entangle with life. But I want to actually walk you through coming into your soul here at this point, because I do have a couple more really juicy things for you to take with you. But first, I think I want us all to get into that soul space because that's what's so important right now. So I'm going to play some background music for you, and I'm going to invite you just to settle in and close your eyes. Get yourself comfy here and just follow me as I guide you gently into your heart, into your soul. I want you to just take some nice, long, slow, deep breaths, breathing in through your nose. And bring that breath all the way down to the belly. And then release with a big sigh. Out your mouth. Breathing in deeply and releasing out your mouth. Big sigh. Do that 4 times in your own pace. 4, bringing in the number of balance, of beauty, of centeredness, and breathing in deeply to release all your tension. Release anything that is no longer serving you. Just let it go with that breath. When you've done the 4 deep breaths, come back to your normal breathing pattern. And I want you to bring your focus of attention, bring it into your heart space. Just imagine breathing in and out of your heart. Imagine a beautiful glowing ball of light there. And you're just going to breathe in and out and watch that glowing ball of light expand as you breathe in and relax as you breathe out. Opening up that space of calm, of peace, that center of stillness within you. Allowing that to grow and expand with each breath. And feeling in to the emotions there of love and gratitude. So as you feel this ball of light expand and contract, notice how love in your body grows. And you can help that along just by feeling grateful. Grateful that you are here in this moment. Grateful that you are taking this time for you. Grateful for your awareness, for your presence, for your creative flow. Grateful for the life. Grateful for your breath. Grateful for the ones around you who love you. Grateful for memories of, perhaps you have a baby or you've held babies against your heart, or a favorite pet as the young puppy or kitten that you've held them against your heart. Like, feel how that expands your heart. Oh, so lovely. Just milk that. Breathe it in. Let that ball of light grow as the feelings grow. Let it grow from a baseball size to a soccer ball. See it expand into a beach ball size, and then let it grow until it is all around you. You are standing in the center of your heart light. Breathing, feeling so much love and gratitude. Nothing to do but just be here now. Let yourself drop into this. Let your body relax. Send love to any place in your body that feels tension or any aches or pain. And then bring your awareness back to the center of your heart while you are standing in this beautiful sphere of love. Bring your focus right back to the center of your heart. Let that beautiful crystalline heart light drop down. A channel of light goes straight down down your body into the earth, down to the heart of Mother Earth, the pure, untouched heart of Mother Earth. And imagine her there welcoming you in. Imagine her. How would you see her? As a beautiful goddess, as a grandmother energy, as your mother, as whatever is what you see is perfect. But imagine her looking at you with so much love in her eyes and holding her arms out, calling you into a loving embrace, a hug, your heart against her heart. And there's an immediate sinking up of your heart with the rhythm of her heartbeat and so much love. And you may feel tears well up at this point, and that's okay because this is your truth within you. This is the love and the support that is here for you. She loves taking care of you. You are her child. You are made of the earth. You are part of her, and she wants to love you and nurture you and support you. And let this love come back up that channel into your body. Let it come up through your root chakra, into your belly, into your solar plexus. Feel that expand and dissolve any pain, any wounds, any tension, any doubts, any fears. Just allow that light to come up, straight up into your heart. Breathe it into your heart. Breathe it into your body, into your bones, into the cells within you. Just allow yourself to receive. Receive her love. That is the greatest gift to Mother Earth, is for us to bring our attention to her and to receive the love that she wants to pour into us. You are always supported with everything that you need. Breathe it up. I used to imagine it like a beautiful vent from the earth, blowing up this energy into my body, cleansing and clearing and helping me feel stronger and more balanced. Strong like the biggest tree that you can even imagine, just standing there like a pillar. And as we breathe that in, we then can open our heart and see that beautiful channel of light move up from your heart, up all the way up through the top of your head into the heart of the universe, the source of all that is, the I am present source. Whatever that looks like for you, just allow yourself to feel that connection strengthen. You are always connected above and below, but when we bring our focus and intention, we expand that. We open to receive. We open to receive that beautiful light from source flowing down through that channel, pouring in like a waterfall of light, pouring in to you and through you as you are the bridge between heaven and earth. It pours through you down into Mother Earth. It pours into your heart. It floods all around you. It cleanses your body. It just receive this light, this love. I can feel it coming in so strong. What a powerful group we have here. Let it flow in and know that you are never alone. That there is an immense circle of love around you in your own spirit team, in your own angels and guides, teachers, healers. They are all here to help you navigate through this time in your life. You are meant to hold this beautiful life force energy. You are meant to feel the aliveness of life no matter what is happening. As you navigate your own health journeys, your own challenges in the life of this human path, know that you are more than this. You are more than the human journey. You are so much more infinite. That this chapter of your life is just that chapter. So, how do you desire to walk through this? With growth and awareness, rising into your next level self without pressure, but love and grace and compassion and tenderness for yourself. Hold yourself in this love. Know that we are perfectly imperfect. And it is all beautiful and all will be well. And when you reach the end of your human journey, you will see clearly what the lightness of being was all about. But you get this gift here today. You get this gift of remembering that life does not need to be heavy, that your emotions are precious. Honor your emotions, honor the heart, honor that you love in your life. Don't ever forget that that is what causes the pain, is the love. Let it flood into you. And the gratitude for what you have created so far. Let it flow in. Let yourself be held in the arms of the angels whenever you need. Take the time to be held, to be supported, and know that your journey continues. Your life continues with light ahead of it. Your dreams continue. You can still hold those dreams, even when people around you that you love are struggling. It is okay. All is well. And in this beautiful alignment, as you stand aligned with the heart of the universe, your heart and the heart of Mother Earth, you are in receiving. This is the place to ask for guidance, to ask for grace, to pray for your next right step. So imagine yourself here, lit up in this channel of light, standing in a sacred space, perhaps in nature, perhaps somewhere you've been before. And allow the guidance to flow in. Guide me, lead me, show me. What is my next right step? Connecting to your heart. What is your heart desiring in this moment? That is your guidance. What is your heart saying to you? That is the gateway to your soul. more pushing, no more urgency, presence and awareness. Breathe here, receive. You're going to start to come back in a minute. Take in your deep breaths. Before you open your eyes, allow yourself to come back into your space. Allow your body to move, fingers and toes, wiggle them. Beautiful. And when you're ready, then open your eyes on back. Welcome back. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I felt a lot in that one. So, for those of you that are new here, that is my powerful alignment meditation. Heart to heart to heart is what I call it, the heart to heart to heart alignment meditation that we always begin there. And beautiful messages come through for us when we're there. Um, but think about what came through for you, what messages, and take time to write that down if you need to. Those beautiful guidance, the feelings, the pull, that's what you want to be listening to. And the more we do this, the more we, do that meditation. We do this a lot in my groups together. We do this meditation and receive the guidance. And the more we're there throughout the day. And we're receiving that soul guidance throughout the day. And that's what we want to be at. So I want to go to the next layer for you right now. And this is about holding your dreams. So, okay, Janice, so you say I have to hold my dreams. How do I hold my dreams during this time is the question, right? How do I keep dreaming? Because that is something that gets dissolved as we get older with life. We stop dreaming. We stop believing that we can do this. I'm so glad you felt your next right step. Yay. Thank you for sharing that. I love it. We have the wisdom within us. No one else can tell us. You have that within you. You know your path. You know your dreams. You know your next step. Don't listen to anyone else around you. No one else can tell you. They don't know the whispers of your heart. They don't know the conversations that you've had with your soul. Only you do. And I believe in you, in that guidance. That is what we all need to follow. It is not selfish. Do not go there. It is what we were meant to do. And when we say, show me, lead me, guide me, with the intention of in the highest interest of all, we create a new world. We are creating a new world. We are creating a world that is beautiful. I've always said right from the get-go, can you imagine a world where we can travel anywhere safely? We can go to different countries. We can learn the cultures. People are excited to share with us, share their culture, share their food, share their beliefs. And we get to immerse ourselves in that, experience it, appreciate it, and come home and do that for others. Like, oh, that's the world that I want to create. A world of love and peace where people are giving from their own gifts and abilities. But to hold our dreams, that's the question. Reconnecting with aliveness, our our center, all the possibilities that are here for you. When you're in a tender season, a season of uncertainty, a season of doubts and worries, it doesn't mean your dreams have disappeared. Your desires may become quieter, your capacity may change, um, and your timeline may evolve. And you don't have to sever your relationship with the things that make you feel alive. Urgency says I have to do it all now or I'm falling behind. But what matters in your heart says, what is the most loving, honest, aligned next step? Choosing aliveness at the moment. Look for life, look for where it's thriving, growing, expanding in beautiful ways. We have beautiful snapshot images of our past. Think about this, ladies, because we're all ladies here. If you have children, do you not in your mind have a snapshot of every single one of your kids when they were like 4 years old and innocent and pure? A snapshot of them at, 7 years old, riding their bike, like a memory, a snapshot, right? We have that. You have that. I have snapshot memories, and it reminds me of holding those pictures. We have those beautiful images from our vacations, from raising our babies, from our own experiences, climbing mountains, like my kids' faces, precious moments, holding my newborn. I have this, whenever I say to you in the meditation, remember holding your baby against your heart, that is specifically, not that I don't love my sons. I love them as much as I love my daughter, but I have a memory of holding her, laying on my sofa, holding her, and her heart was against mine as a newborn baby, knowing I wasn't going to have any more babies. This was my third one, and treasuring the moment, the newborn moments, right? Like just holding her, feeling her breath and her heartbeat, and relaxing into that and sleeping with her there. I remember exactly where I was in that moment. I remember specific nights where I was at my kitchen table trying to do homework for my teaching degree, and my two youngest were in the bedroom, and they were in the same room, supposed to be going to sleep, and they were giggling. And every once in a while, I'd hear these like giggles and then these giggles. And I was sitting there and thinking, they just almost like bubbles, bubbles. And it was so precious. You remember voices of loved ones. I remember my mom's voice. She's passed now. Camping in the perfect weather, climbing that mountain. Like you have beautiful memories, right? Take a minute to think about what's the most beautiful memory that comes up for you. Would anyone like to share? Yeah, unmute yourself and just share for thanks.
As this conversation's unfolding, I'm looking back over my life, and there really are so many beautiful ones, but the one that came to me first, and I do remember it vividly and exactly where I was. It was the first time I felt sorry.
That's okay. I'm like so emotional today.
Yes. It was the first time I felt Jessica move inside of me in
Oh,
my first, yeah. And I was on the couch and just holding my belly and thinking to myself, is that me, or is that her? And it was her, a
she's
moment
your
I will treasure.
firstborn.
She was my, yeah, firstborn.
Oh,
Yeah, firstborn. So that was the first time I'd felt that, because a pregnancy previous to that didn't come to be. So yeah, so it was
oh my
beautiful.
gosh. Oh, that is
Yeah,
precious.
yeah,
The miracle of life.
the
Oh my
miracle.
gosh. Thank you. Thank you, Melody. Anybody else? And feel free to write it in the chat if you want, but if anyone else has a memory you want to share, we'd love to have it here. I have one I remember that I hold so close to my heart. My husband and I were on a road trip, and it was a life like just I'm like, I can't believe we're getting to do this. And we had got up early. We had stayed at this really cool hotel, and we were down in Idaho, and we had stayed at this really cool hotel. It was like Victorian, and no one was there because it was off season. It was beginning of October. And there was only us and maybe three other people in this massive hotel because they were workers. You could tell that they had work trucks with them, so they were staying there. But we got up early the next morning. It was probably like maybe 8 a.m., early October. It was a beautiful day, but it was foggy. And we started our drive, and we were driving along this river, the most beautiful river. I think it's called the Clearwater River in Idaho. And every turn was like picture perfect. And it was a river that my husband is a fly fisherman, and he just was like, oh my gosh, that would be the perfect spot. That would be But we were driving, and it was going on like honestly, we drove that river for about 5 hours that day. And but it was foggy and the sun was coming up, and I just felt this overwhelming feeling of love and gratitude. And I had my hand on his, and then the song by Van Morrison, Into the Mystic, came on. And we didn't say anything. We were just driving. And it was like, oh my God, this is like, more, please, more, please. I love this. I'm so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right. And it's it's just a treasured moment. And of course, when that song comes on now, that's like takes me right back there. Right. And all those scents and smells we have takes you right there. And so remembering those memories. So now we can create memories of our future. This is how we hold our dreams and manifest while we are still walking through difficult times. You can take moments where you get yourself into that alignment, and then you start to create the memories of the future that you want. So, not just, oh, when my business is grown and successful, or when I'm rich, I'm going to take a trip. But uh, oh, I'm going to create this scene where I am going to surprise my family with a vacation, a family vacation, and I'm going to set it up. It's going to be, you know, which room you're going to be in. You know what time of day it's going to be. You know how you're going to get them all there. It's going to be like this big family gathering, and they're all going to be looking at me like, what's going on? What, and you know how you're going to present it. And then you see their faces, like you play it out like a movie. That is how you manifest. That. I have done this, and I've struggled with the bigger visions of like, yes, I want to manifest this within 6 months. It's like, no, we are connected to our manifestations through our feelings. It is the feelings that draw it in. So, what are the maybe 3 to 5 snapshot moments that you are going to create in the future that you are going to remember today? One of the things that I always like wanted this big, beautiful house so that I could create the most beautiful Christmas. I could have a big table where everybody is at the table. It's not this crazy, like I always grew up in little war bungalow homes where it was chaos, food everywhere, everybody grabbing their plates and going to find a spot to sit, but a big family dinner with candles, with dimmed lighting, with sparkly lights on trees and Christmas decorations on the table and maybe outside, play that scene. Or maybe you desire that new car, whatever it is. So, whatever it is that you want to create in your future. If it's a business, see yourself with the people in your business. What are you doing? Who's saying what? Like, play it like it's a movie, not just a general, yep, I'm going to do this, I'm going to create this, but actually create the exact moment where you are sitting there and you are feeling so much gratitude and so much excitement because, oh my gosh, I created this. So create those family snapshot moments. And that takes practice. That takes practice. Bring all the feelings in. So, what I want you to think about today, and we're we're over our time, but what is one thing that truly matters to me in this season of my life? What's one desire that I still feel alive within me? We don't have to dissolve our dreams or our business as we move forward. We get to come back and remember who we are and remember that we can hold more. This is who we are. I am in the crone years now, they say. The years, and I'm so grateful to be in my crone years because the wisdom that I have held from that I'm holding from my past experiences, from my journeys, my underworld journeys, the struggles that I've had, the ways I've come through, whether I'm proud of them or not, I did it and I learned from it and I grew from it. Everything in our life is here to help us grow, to serve us, to help us become more clear, to help us come back to our soul. What's one loving next step that you can take this week? So you do not need the entire path laid out in front of you. You only need enough connection to yourself to take your next true step. Kimberly, I love being in the crone years. Me too. It is a rite of passage. There's a point where you get to where it's like, I am me and I don't care what anybody thinks. Yes. So remember, there is this bigger essence within you. It's bigger than you're human. It's when you connect to that, you have more energy, you have more life, you have more you can hold. And you can hold your loved ones, you can hold everything when you are connected to this, when you are anchored in here. Remember, I said that this is the time to bring yourself into the rooms and the spaces and the places, the circles that bring you to your soul, that help you be in your soul. This is the time. And it's not just for the next 12 days, 15 days. It is also in the evolution that our world is moving through. What we've created today is a return. It's like a return to your body, to your truth and your desires and what matters most. And one powerful return can be very profound, very helpful. And I am honored to be able to walk with you today. But life will continue to bring clear seasons and uncertain ones for us. There'll be days when we feel deeply connected and days when we need a room, we need a practice, we need a circle to bring us back. That's why I have the spaces that I have, the soulfully aligned women's spaces, the soulfully aligned portal, the soulfully aligned creative mystic certification program, and the smaller programs that I have. And I've created a smaller program to walk us through this season, and I want to just share it with you today. I am keeping things very simple right now. I am not doing a big sales page. It's going to be this explanation, an email with a link. That's all. And if you desire to walk this 5 soul attunements with me, I would absolutely love it. And one of the things we do in Soulfully Aligned Women is we bring our creative flow in. So in the space that I've created called Through the Portal, 5 soul attunements for the life that is calling you. There'll be 5 separate dates that we meet, that we go through, and I'm going to give you kind of what we're going to talk about. But we also will be doing intuitive painting. This is a beautiful practice where you don't need any experience with painting. In fact, it actually works out better when you don't experience. But this is when we allow our canvas to be like the portal within, the communication between our soul and ourselves. It is absolutely beautiful how things come through our painting onto our canvas, where we sit back and go, oh, look what's there. Where'd that come from? And we get to then go, what is that saying to me? What is the message for me? Your painting becomes your communication with your higher wisdom, yourself, your soul. And so through the portal is going to be 5 soul attunements, 5 dates between now and the 26th of August. And I've placed them at different times for 2 reasons. One is for different time zones, and the other is because it's all that I can fit in my schedule before we go to the retreat. So we have the Mystics in the Mountain retreat coming up on the 27th to the 31st. And I will say first, I will share first that there is space in that. I just found out on Saturday that we get the whole floor in the lodge. No, so like I thought, well, okay, we've got our numbers. Here's our numbers. Here's how many rooms. Oh no, no, that whole floor is saved for you. I'm like, oh, okay. So we have space. So I will, when I send the replay out, I will put some links in there. One to Mystics in the Mountains. Another one, there'll be a link for this through the portal, the 5 attunements. And the other one will be a link to the Soulfully Aligned portal, because that is open for anyone that decides they want to walk with us. It's a women's mastermind. It's not about programs, although you get everything. So the women that are in the portal right now are getting this for free. This next through the portal soul attunements, like it is packaged. You get all my programs, everything, the Soulfully Aligned Creative Mystic certification, everything for a year. We are in there together, but I'll put that link in. So through the portal, first attunement is going to be on, let me get the date here for you. Monday, August 17th at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And please know that these will all be recorded and you will have access to the recordings forever. And that one is becoming the still point. So creating coherence in the unknown. Soul coherence is my next book coming out. And it is what Soulfully Aligned Women is about being in that coherence, in that alignment with the universe, your heart, your body, your mind, your body especially. So we talk about inner coherence, which is, of course, the allowing the body to catch up to the dreams that we have for our in our heart and in our mind, because we forget that nervous system regulation. So becoming the still point, creating coherence in the unknown, exactly where we are leaving off here. Instead of trying to make uncertainty disappear, we're going to become the steady place within it. Coming back to our inner coherence work around the heart, body, mind, and soul, and coming into relationship with all of that together. So something that's missing out there in the information is that it all needs to work together. Because if your body is resistant to moving forward, you're not going to manifest, right? That's just not going to happen. So that is going deeper into that for our first soul attunement. The second soul attunement will be on Thursday, August 20th at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And you will get all these dates in the email too. And that one is hearing the signal, letting the soul speak. And in here, we are going to get quieter inside and begin distinguishing fear from guidance. So, here we're going to talk about fear frequencies that we hold in our body, the ancient frequencies we've held in our body. We're going to talk a bit about that. We're going to move into soul attunement work, into, fear tends to be urgent and repetitive and contracting, and soul guidance is quieter and more spacious and patient and very simple. So we're going to be going deeper into that. In the third one, which is Monday, August 24th at 10 a.m., third soul attunement is the coherent choice, moving without urgency. So, in each class, we're painting a layer on our canvas, and I will guide you through that. And like I said, there's no need for any painting experience. But now we're moving into knowing what we feel is one thing, but allowing coherence to influence how we actually live is another. So we're going to look at the difference between a decision made from that urgency, obligation, fear, proving, or control versus one made in resonance, in alignment with your heart and soul. And there's a lot more in that one too. But it truly is recognizing that expansion doesn't always mean excitement. Something I learned in the last little while was recognizing that nervous energy can feel exactly like excitement. And so when we say we're excited for what's coming and going forward, there may be nervous dysregulation in there. And so I was like, wow, that is incredible. Yeah. And so that is what we're going into in that one. So that's number three. Number four is the Tuesday, August 25th at 1 p.m. And it is staying in relationship with your desire. It's the return of aliveness, coming back into that joy, the joy. Like once survival, urgency, and fear stops consuming us so much, then it's like, oh, there's this joy underneath here. There's this bubbling up of joy no matter what's going on. So we're going to be, you know, we're not we're not trying to use escape at all, but to stay present and be the expression of life moving through us, where desire can evolve, right? The old dream changes shape without being abandoned. That's a big thing. Prosperity naturally begins to rise from there. And that brings us into the fifth soul attunement, which is on Wednesday, August 26th at 10 a.m. That is becoming available, the prosperity current. And when we move from uncertainty to coherence, to soul guidance, to coherent action and desire, and now we move into receptivity, receiving, right? This is where prosperity comes in. We receive, we allow. Quantum receptivity is what we are going to be going into in that one. So just a little tidbit for each one, but the overarching movement is returning to yourself, hearing yourself, trusting yourself, allowing yourself to desire and becoming available for what needs to meet me. For where are we rising up? Where are we moving to next? No matter where you are in your life, this is a beautiful space for you to come in and get clarification. And it will all happen before the next eclipse, which is cool. So, and then we go on our retreat on the 27th. So I'm super excited to walk through this with you guys. And I'm offering for anyone here and who is watching this within the next 24 hours, uh, a price of $111, because I want it to be accessible for everyone. But it will go up tomorrow at what time is it? It's 11:30 too. At 11:30 tomorrow, well, we'll say noon tomorrow, it's going up to $222. And then on August 17th, when we begin, it will be $333. And I will be placing all of these recordings into the Soulfully Aligned Women app where you can access them easily at your fingertips. You'll also get them, but in an email, but I'll put them into the app. And so you can go back and watch along with this one. We'll put this one in there too, so that we can re-listen at any time. So all you got to do is reach out through the email that I'm going to be sending out here this afternoon with this replay, with this offer, to get in before tomorrow at noon for 111 and spend the next those 5 soul attunements with me. And I wish you all the best. So if this served you today, then I am so grateful that you came, that you watched. And if you want to continue, that is available for you to walk with me a little bit longer. All right. So thank you. I'll open this if anyone has any questions or comments or anything you want to say, please feel free. You are so welcome. Welcome, welcome. Just check in the chat here, see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. I think we're good. You are welcome, Fiona. Thank you for being here. All right. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful new moon as you plant seeds for the next part of your life. And I hope to see you soon. And if not, I'll see you in the teepee tonight, some of you. And if not, I will see you on the internet. Bye for now. You're so welcome.